Director of Athletics. We do have people on the live stream, so coaches or anybody that does end up talking up here, make sure you are using the microphone so that they can hear it at home as well. But thank you so much for coming to our 2025 Senior Athlete Celebration. So the only housekeeping rules I have for you guys before we get going, make sure you silence your cell phones. And I forgot to check, I know there's a restroom that way. Vince is anywhere? Somewhere? That way? Okay, so if you need to slip away, please feel free to do so. This is the night that we are here to really celebrate all of our senior student athletes. So thank you so much for coming. Before we get going, I'm actually going to invite Kara O'Leary, who is our Executive Director of Alumni Relations and a 1989 graduate of St. Mary's, and she's going to offer an invocation. And as she walks slowly up here, if you haven't met Kara yet, one of the reasons I really love for her to come to this event annually is because seniors, you are soon to be alumni. And I want you to put a face with a name with Kara because she can connect you to the alumni networks to wherever your path leads you. We're everywhere. So get to know Kara. You can connect that way. She also plans alumni events afterwards. She's got alumni boards, she's got alumni programming, and the biggie is reunion. So get to know this woman. So Kara, take it away.
Thank you, Julie. And it's been about, I think, 36 years, and I was out there among you as I served as the student manager for 5 different teams while I was here as a student. So I can certainly relate to all the hard work and commitments you make to St. Mary's. So thank you for that. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Good and gracious God, by your bountiful gifts given through others, we have become a new creation. We give thanks for the many faces who reveal your presence. We celebrate the lives who have brought us to this time in our St. Mary's journey. With Mary, woman of faith, may our belief in you deepen our faith, build up our hope, and constantly increase the gift of your love in us. May your faith restore our strength, giving new energy to tired limbs, new thoughts to weary minds. Bless our time together this night. Strengthen and fill us with new life and memories that we may be able to give from our table to those who hunger and thirst. And once refreshed, may we give new pleasure to you who gives us all. We ask this through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you so much, Kara. Now I have the pleasure of inviting our president, Dr. Katie Conboy, to come forward, and she's going to do the official welcome. So thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Julie. The other welcomes were unofficial. So, just kidding. It's great to be here, and I am also going to second that Kara O'Leary is a great person to know. Because alums really are everywhere. I mean, I was in both New York City and Detroit just over 4 days last week, and so many people just come out because they love St. Mary's, and I know you'll be among them as you graduate, those of you who are seniors. So it's my special pleasure to get to extend a welcome to all of you today. There's a lot to celebrate this afternoon, and I want to thank everyone who's here for being here. I really love it in this space because we feel closer together than we have in the big auditorium the last few years. I am really inspired by our athletic community, and that includes the athletes, the coaches, the athletic staff, all the hard work that all of you do, and frankly the fun I see you having together all year long. You're incredible examples, students, of the whole person that St. Mary's educates. The heart, the body, the mind, and the spirit. Now, I was even more inspired when I heard about your academic achievements, all while maintaining the complicated schedule of a college athlete. Because the MIAA Academic Honor Roll is awarded at the end of the academic year, which isn't over yet, I'm going to mention our 2023-24 honors, when almost 70 St. Mary's students, student athletes, that is more than 50% of you, or for 50% of them, because this year we're a little bigger in terms of our teams, garnered MIAA Academic Honor Roll accolades. To earn this achievement, you have to have a 3.5 GPA or above. And I know you're all hoping that we're going to achieve this once again this year. This is the 10th consecutive year that St. Mary's had at least 50 student athletes earn a spot on the MIAA honor roll, and that's pretty incredible. So let's give them a round. And then we've got our own awards right here at St. Mary's. 80 of you earned Dean's List honor last semester, which is a 3.6 GPA or higher. And finally, your collective GPAs, the GPA this fall, was a 3.54. And every team earned a GPA of a 3.3 or higher. So that is just outstanding. So kudos to you for your academic accomplishments as well as your athletic ones. As an academic myself, I know what it takes to achieve this, and I'm impressed. It doesn't just happen. It takes organization, it takes dedication, and I'm very proud of you, and I hope you're proud of yourselves as well. Now, before I turn the podium back to Julie, I just want to take this opportunity to thank each of you here today. Thank you to parents and other family members for sharing your daughters with us. Thank you, coaches and athletic staff, for the hours you devoted to shaping the lives of these young women. You go above and beyond every week to support our student athletes and our teams. And then a special thank you to our athletes. You've made us very proud. As you prepare to leave St. Mary's, those of you who are seniors, I hope you'll remain loyal supporters of the college. Talk about St. Mary's and all that you've learned here. Share what you love about St. Mary's with future students. And juniors, sophomores, and first years, enjoy your summer and come back ready to win, both inside and outside of the classroom. Congratulations to each one of you, and good luck with finals this week.
Thank you so much, Katie. We really appreciate you coming and giving the official welcome, because it really is the official one. Because I know how busy your schedule is at this time of the year. She has pulled in every which direction, and for you to cut out the time for us and make it here, we really do appreciate it, and we know it is very special to us. So I just have a few opening comments, basically about this class of 19 senior athletes. We have a lot of bragging to do about this group. Very, very special group of women. You're going to hear from the coaches coming up soon about even more talent, more about stories of them. They're sweet, they're funny, they're caring, an absolutely wonderful group of women. So profiling them, geographically we are from 6 different states, primarily the Midwest. We have Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, and our Pennsylvania with Izzy. And then our senior class, as Katie had said, she profiled all of the student athletes, and they were a 3.54, I believe it was. And look at you seniors, pretty much the same, 3.547. So it's really amazing how well you guys have done with your cumulative GPAs. Just as senior athletes, that's where you're at. Majors, holy cow. I'm not even going to read them off, but all of the different majors that you guys, it's 15 different majors that these 19 seniors are involved in. We didn't even list the different concentrations and the different pathways that people are doing. We've also got dual degree engineering with Notre Dame up here too. So incredibly impressive class of these of our women. I really want to get to the program, so I'm not going to talk very long at all, and I'm going to invite my coaches up here one by one, and they are going to come up and they're going to say a word about each one of their student athletes, because this is about honoring them. And you can just stand here and we'll present you with your senior stole. We need you to stay on stage because Taylor things are presented. And then you can sit down as a group, and then the next coach comes up. All righty? Got the drill? Okay, so I'm going to hand it over to Jackie. And
Susanna, come on up here.
So cross country, for everyone that doesn't know who we are, I'm Jackie Bowders, and this is my sole senior, Susanna Bernovich. Susanna is a native of South Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and will earn her degree with a major in neuroscience and a Spanish minor. Susanna is a boy for the team, and serves each year as regional runner, which is their top 7 athletes. Athletically, Susanna has improved greatly over her 4 years as a bell. For anyone that appreciates running, Susanna's dropped over 30 seconds per mile on both her 5K and 6K times since her freshman season. Susanna is an incredibly hard worker, earning MIAA and Dean's List academic honors throughout her 4 years. She's grown immensely as a runner and athlete and regularly leads our workouts and long runs. And it's been so much fun to see her take on the longer distances like the half marathons this spring. And you have undoubtedly a bright future with running in the future. During her time at St. Mary's, Susanna has developed an interest in both working with children through her time at ECDC and work throughout the summer. After studying abroad in Spain, she discovered an interest in teaching as she was a teaching assistant while overseas. Sorry, I read too many things there. Upon her return to the States, she worked toward her certification in teaching English as a foreign language. After putting in 168 hours, Susanna has earned that credential and is currently a finalist for a Fulbright scholarship. We're really excited. If she's selected, Susanna intends to return to Spain to teach English. Susanna, I've loved coaching you and seeing such incredible growth and discovery over the past 4 years. Susanna started with 5 peers in her graduating class, but for a variety of reasons, she stands alone today. I'm so grateful for your perseverance, dedication, and willingness to do hard things. I cannot wait for the exciting updates and know that you will make an impact in whatever route you take. Congratulations.
First off, I just want to acknowledge all the seniors. Congratulations to all of you for being here. I'm sure you were here 4 years ago wondering, what it would be like on this day, and congratulations, you made it. So kudos to you. So I have 3 of our senior golfers up here: Joanna James, Georgette Kurzman, and Caitlin Tookars. I've only had the luxury of knowing and coaching these 3 for the past 2 years. My interaction with them in the fall of 2023 as a volunteer assistant played a role in my decision to become the head coach. I had a lot of fun with them. It was an easy decision actually for me to get back into coaching. I was really impressed by not only their golf abilities, but their strong desire to put in the work to improve, and just really appreciated that about all 3 of you. And I think one of the great perks of being a college student athlete is you get an instant connection with a group of people the moment you step foot on campus. And from that connection, you hope that maybe you'll make some friends along the way. And I can tell you, these 3 have a much stronger connection than just friends. Some might refer to them as three peas in a pod. I, on the other hand, would refer to them as the Three Stooges. They've been very entertaining, but seriously, they're more like sisters. They argue daily. They bicker daily. But I can tell you, they challenge each other daily, just like sisters would. And at the end of each day, they love each other as sisters would. So I recently, you're gonna make me cry. I recently had a conversation with Joanna. I don't know if you two know about this. I'm just giving you a heads up. She said that the three of them have already talked about spending their golden years together in the same retirement community. In fact, the week after graduation, these three are off to France for 10 days. So I think it's pretty safe to say that they're going to be lifelong friends. So I'm going to start individually. I'm going to talk about Joanna Jane. Are you nervous? Yeah. So Joanna is a psychology major from Orland Park, Illinois. And if there's one thing that I have learned about Joanna from her teammates, is that she is not a very good driver. And I'm not talking about driving a golf ball. She's such a bad driver, she's not even allowed to drive a golf cart. But Joanna's been a great teammate, genuinely happy for all the teammates and all of their successes. She's kind of like the team hype woman, and she's been great. Really enjoyed my time with you. She's been a 4-year member of the golf team. She's played in 31 competitive rounds over her 4 years. Her career stroke average is 84. Her career low round is 77, which she did twice. She made the MIAA honor roll her junior year. In addition to golf, she was a member of SAC in the spring of 2023 and the fall of 2024. She served as SGA academic liaison for 2024-2025 academic year. And she's been an assistant researcher at Notre Dame Memory Lab since the fall of 2023. She was also a senior student ambassador for the Office of Admissions the last 2 years. Did a great job with that. She really killed it. And it was great to have her when we had golf recruits on campus. I always found out what her schedule was. But she did a great job with that. So Joanna will be continuing her education this fall at Michigan State's Cognitive Neuroscience PhD program, researching and studying sleep and memory. So next up is Georgette Curzon. Everybody calls her Georgie. Georgie is a neuroscience major with a concentration in neurobiology. She is from Muskegon, Michigan. The one thing I'll say about Georgie is that she loves to talk. If there is silence, she will fill it and talk about anything. But she's been great. Really enjoyed getting to know her. She consistently shows up to practice every day in a good mood. She sees the good in everyone and everything. Georgie is a 4-year member of the golf team and a 2-time captain. She played in 22 competitive rounds in her 4 years. Her career stroke average is 85. She made the MIA honor roll all 4 years. Her career low score is 79. She was the SAC vice president and president during her time at St. Mary's, and she was the SGA athletic chair her junior year. And next up for Georgie, she is preparing to attend medical school. And last but certainly not least, Caitlin Tokars. Caitlin Caitlin is a chemical engineering major from Northville, Michigan. Caitlin is the sensible one. Caitlin is very grounded, and she has a very mature nature about herself. She doesn't say a whole lot, but when she does, it's worth paying attention to. She's a 4-year member of the golf team and a 2-time captain. She played 60 competitive rounds in her 40 years. Her career stroke average is 82. She made second team All-MIAA her freshman and sophomore and senior years. She was named MIAA Athlete of the Week in the spring of 2023 and the fall of 2024. Her career low round of 72 was done this past fall at Tri-Jamboree. It's pretty awesome. It's a great round. And she made the MIAA honor roll all 4 years. She was named to the Women's Golf Coaches Association All-Scholar Team all 4 years. She played in every conference match her junior and senior year to help the team win back-to-back MIAA conference championships. And she was part of the team that represented St. Mary's at the NCAA Golf Championship in 2024. Caitlin will be at Notre Dame next year, finishing her Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering. She is also pursuing concentrations in semiconductors and nanotechnology and bioengineering. So, in closing, these 3 have been a great source of entertainment for our team. And for that reason alone, they will be missed. I wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors. Each one of them is disciplined and driven, and I know that they will be successful in whatever path they choose in life. The greatest impact anyone can make is to leave a place better than they found it. The 3 of you together have certainly done that. Your impact on SMC Women's Golf will be felt for years to come because of the amazing team culture you were instrumental in creating during your time here. These 3, I don't know if I should share this, but I'm going to. They really thought about quitting the team during their freshman year. It was a tough road for them, and there's some things going on, but they stuck it out. And they stuck it out because they wanted to be here tonight, and I give them credit for doing that. So thank you for being here.
Romanov, and this is Leslie Fulmer right here. She's my assistant. Before we go over our great seniors and great season and the program that we had, I would like to first recognize our great coaches, my supporting staff that we had. It's Coach Destiny and Kellen Sadler. They both put so much work and effort in this season to make it happen and sacrificed so much the time away from their families, spouses, friends, and just to make the experience unique and memorable for all the girls. So thanks for my supporting staff. This is my third season here as a coach here at St. Mary's, and just to say this season was successful is underestimating, because it simply was yet another historic season that we had for the last 2 years. Year before, we broke many school records, individual records, and stat records. For example, one of my favorite ones is the shots allowed. We only allowed 77 shots the whole season, and that broke a record that was held for 20 years. Last year we only allowed 63, so we broke that record by even more. But one of the biggest one is for us to make the playoff as a program at St. Mary's for our Bells. That was our first time making playoffs ever since qualification changed, and we have to qualify for playoffs now, and that thing happened in 2008. That's a long time ago. It was 16 years ago. For the record, like iPhone 3 was still not a thing, and we still couldn't make the playoffs. Coach Dale Campbell still had a mullet, and a flip phone. No, he still had a flip phone, not the mullet. He has a goatee now. And that was possible because of these ladies that are here on the stage and the one who are in the audience. And I would like to honor each one of them and share my best memories we had together. Right. All right. We'll start with Katie Harrington. Katie is from Granger, Indiana. She's an education major and a psychology minor, and she plans to teach elementary school after graduation. Over her time at St. Mary's, Katie played in 52 games and scored numerous game-winning goals. She has always calm, cool, and collected, both on and off the field, and still has very positive and kind personality. She's hardworking and very easy to coach, an excellent player, but I also know that she will be a fantastic teacher after St. Mary's. I'm glad she chose this crucial profession of teaching, a profession that we need more than ever in today's society, in my opinion. It's a job that often comes with stress, anxiety, at least for me. I'm not teaching kids, not doing it. But Katie embraces that. And we need a lot more people like Katie in our society and community. Katie embraced it and making a huge difference in today's community, raising future important members of not just community but South Bend community here. My favorite moment with Katie is how wholesome and warmly she talks about the kids she teaches. And every time when we have a conversation, either in my office or in the field, that's one of the things I ask her all the time. How was her day? And she always lighted up when she talks about the kids she teaches, and that tells her how much she enjoys actually her job, a very important job. So please give it up to Katie Harrington. Next, I'd like to recognize Mary Kozinski. Unfortunately, due to family reasons, she couldn't be here, but I'd still like to share some words about her, the mark she left in the program. And she's from South Bend, Indiana. She's a nursing major with plan to save lives after graduation from St. Mary's. And Mary was one of our captains this year and played a massive role in balancing personalities on the team. Same thing, she's very calm, cool, and collected, but at the same time, she would always speak her mind. I believe she should speak her mind more because she has a lot of interesting things to say. And Mary played in 62 games and with 49 starts. She's one of the most selfless people I've ever coached. Mary always put the team first, was kind, relaxed, and busy. Mary was always busy. She worked hard to make sure everything was organized and done well. I always use Mary as an example for the local recruits that I work really hard to bring to St. Mary's. For some reason, everyone knows Mary, even though she's a very low-key person, but people know Mary and people love Mary. My favorite moment with Mary is, it's like one of the most favorite moments. She missed a shot one time at the game, and she should have scored, and we should have won the game. And she's not here, so I can bring it up the way it is. And what I asked, it was halftime or at the end of the game, like, Mary, what happened? Like, you usually score these moments. And very calmly, she's like, coach, sometimes you score, sometimes you don't, all right? And she gets a water bottle, drinks, and walk away. And I was speechless. I couldn't say anything. I was like, that makes sense. Yeah, that's true. So that was one of the best replies I've ever received as a coach. So even though she's not here, but please give it up for Mary. All right, easy Linus. I can write a book about our relationship with Easy Linus. After first season here 3 years ago, that was my first season here as a head coach. Obviously, that was her first year playing for me and her sophomore year. We could not be more on a different page with Easy. When we both played to Zig, we zagged. When we talked, it felt like we speak in foreign language, which I do a lot. And but immediately after that challenging season that we had, Easy turned into one of the leaders on the team and one of the voices of the program. Easy played in 61 games and started in 37 games. But not the highlight of her time here, though, she became the president of Morgan's Message. She spread a fantastic message, not only to our Bells, but to the entire body of student athletes in the country. I can't recommend enough that for someone to dig deeper, a little bit more into that program and what they represent. Spreading awareness is something Easy did so well, and while we might not directly see the rewards of their hard work, I'm more than sure people like Easy and other members of Morgan's Message make a bigger impact in such a niche community that not a lot of people can relate to. As a former student athlete myself, who also been through a lot of struggles as everyone else is, and currently I'm as a coach, I'm incredibly thankful for organization like this and for people like Easy who spread the awareness and represent our program in that way. My favorite moment with Easy is her mental health Mondays. That's something we do, and it's on the clock every Monday we do that. And even though she kicked me out from a lot of meetings because it's only for players only, Easy still did a phenomenal job without missing a day of during the season, out of the season, and so on. And we had a lot of incoming freshmen who coming in, and they always have a resource of Easy Linus on the team if they need someone just to talk to. So that's amazing. Easy will be graduating with a major in environmental studies and a minor in biology. After graduation, she plans to apply for physical therapy school, which I'm more than sure she's gonna get in. Easy is a proud Philadelphian, and please give it up for Easy Linus. Next is Grace Berezi. Grace is from St. Charles, Illinois, and transferred to St. Mary's after her season with Kent State. Not only she succeeded at... Yeah, right? Yeah, okay. I wrote it down, so I'm reading. After earning plenty of accolades at Division I level, she made one of the best decisions of her life. She didn't say it, I put it there. She will learn it later on by transferring to St. Mary's to play soccer here. Grace and I joined the program almost at the exact time, the spring of 2022. The team was very young, but inexperienced. There was a lot of new coaching staff with accents, a tough schedule, and an even tougher conference. What could possibly go wrong? But Grace not only stayed on the team, she worked hard enough to make an impact and be one of the pivotal people who helped turn this program around. Grace started literally every single game that she played in, totaling 68 games and 68 starts. But she didn't just start, she made a difference on the field and off the field. Off the field, she was one of the most helpful people around. She assisted with ordering food. That's the biggest help that any coach can get here, for the record. But this most annoying thing that we do, and that's not part of the notes, I'm just from my heart. It came out. That P card is working. She assisted with ordering food, worked on community projects, organized events, and was a huge help with our trip to California. A trip that took nearly the entire summer to plan, my summer. But Grace was also a captain, one of the captains on her senior year, was a leader every year. As I always say, and that was, I say it literally every time when I make a speech, not all leaders are captain, not all captains are leaders. Grace Berezi was both. My favorite moment with Grace is when I first accepted this position. I was told that we had 2 transfers coming in. We had Riley, which we're gonna get next, and Grace. I could find Riley really quick. I could find it that it matched all the profile and everything. She's coming in, she's coming from North Central. But with Grace, there was a couple of people who matched that profile. And we had 2 different people. One coming from Division 1, starting center back, got all freshman of the year on the team. And one, she didn't end up here, so she's not here. She couldn't hit a parking lot. She would miss it if she had a soccer ball. So I was praying it was this Grace, and we got her. We got the right Grace. Not only she was an excellent soccer player, but also a great leader and reliable part of the team. Grace will be graduating with biology, not business, biology. Major and plans to work as pediatric medical assistant before applying for physician assistant school. So give it up for Grace. Alright. Last but not least, Riley Lindsay. And now she goes by Riley Bartle. Right? Bartle? Yes. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, Riley transferred from North Central with Grace at the exact same time that I came in. As a goalkeeper, despite facing a lot of adversity with injuries, Riley's still been a massive part of this program over the last 3 years, playing in 34 games. Riley also in the business of saving people's lives and majoring in nursing. To summarize Riley in a couple of words, I just couldn't find this couple of words. So because she's such a big part of this program. And as I mentioned, the turnaround that we had in the last couple of years. Riley was never one to shy away from a competition and always found a way to perform her best during games and practices. Going through serious knee injuries and watching her teammates to play on a sideline was difficult. But Riley not only stayed and supported her teammates, she also made it different with her presence. She always found ways to be involved in everything, be helpful, and simply enjoy the time with the team. She was always open, always positive, and the first one to reach out to help and never taken anything for granted. And she did all that with a smile on her face. Her and Grace also were part of the SAC last year, and they did a phenomenal job with that. My favorite moment with Riley, there's a lot of them, but to summarize everything is how she always laughed at my dad jokes. And even we have a very tough crowd on the team, so I appreciate it. Half of them were pity, but we'll take that. Riley will be graduating with nursing major and will be moving to San Diego with her husband to become a pediatric nurse. So, give it up to Riley. Go Bells.
Hello. For those that don't know me, I am Ken Davis, the assistant volleyball coach. Denise would love to be here, however, she is out of town. Kelly Ellen is our only senior this year, and she didn't have very far to come to St. Mary's. She's from Berrien Springs, Michigan, and Lakeshore High School. She transferred in her sophomore year from Indiana Tech, and we are so glad that she did. She will graduate with a degree in business with concentration in management and marketing with a 3.9 GPA. This year, this 5'9" senior captain played in all 23 sets, or 80 sets, 24 matches, my apologies. She led the team in service aces with 30. She was second in digs with 232, third in kills with 147. Her career stats look like this. She played in 67 matches, 240 sets, had 517 kills, 697 digs, and scored 607 points for the Bells. Those numbers said she had a very good career here in St. Mary's. She was Dean's List and MIAA honor roll every semester. She was a two-time academic all-district honoree. From Denise, coaching you and getting to know you even better this year has been great. Thank you for all the things you have done for this program, the team, and for us coaches. Thank you for your leadership as a captain, for all your insight you've given us. You have always shown that you want to win, that you're a great competitor. You care for this program and you love volleyball. And it shows by the fact that you played with us this spring, when, as we all know, the seniors don't have to do that, but you did. We know you'll be a success wherever God takes you in your future. Please stay in touch, and no matter where you end up, pursue your dreams with passion. Continue to treat people with kindness. It's one of the best qualities you can ever possess. We will all miss you. Once about, always about.
First year, so I do want to say congrats to all you seniors though for getting through this. It is it's not always easy balancing athletics and academics, but you all did it, and I'm sure you all do it again. So, but I do want to start with Julia Schutz and Lauren Guma. Only two, but they both made a clear impact on how the game's meant to be played and how to honestly lead a team. For myself being a first year, they did a fabulous job of just taking over and kind of doing things that I wanted them to do and kind of roped it in with how they wanted it to be too. So, but with Lauren, who, not shockingly, also won the Busy Bee Award this year. She is the epitome of D3 and embracing it in terms of academic, athletics, and of course, social. Can't miss that one. But always wanted to support her friends here in athletics, whether it was a St. Mary's game or a Notre Dame game, football, basketball, hockey, she was always there. Or at least she always wanted to be, and she'd always tell me, like, we cannot miss UConn, Notre Dame women's basketball. And if we have to cut practice short, she made sure to let me know. So that is, there's nothing wrong with that. But of all the things she did, pre-student osteopathic medical association, SAC, biology club, St. Mary's Sustainable Farm. Basketball and all those clubs and organizations, again, I don't know what a better person to represent D3 than Lauren was, right? Being able to balance them all. And she still had time to come in and shoot, right, in between all that, because that's the only reason she shot above 50% from three this year, because she had to work on it, right? Yeah, she did it well. But while going through all that, like I said, Lauren was named to the College Sports Communicators Academic All-District for NCAA D3. And to do that, you have to play an important role on above a 3.5 GPA. Right? So, Lauren does look to further education in medical school. Now, for Julia, right, being our other senior she was an everyday impact player. And the one story that I kind of told her, right, but I did not coach, obviously did not coach it last year, but in the same conference. And when I was out recruiting, I asked all the other coaches, if you could steal one player from any other team and put her on your team instantly, who would it be? And they all agreed it was Julie, right? Because that's just the person she was and how hard she always played. But she embraced it for being a belle to the fullest in terms of wanting to shag balls for soccer or volleyball or whoever it is. Always wanted to do that, right? She did joke too much about how she wanted to be a softball player. You know, like you say the joke once, it's like, okay, it's funny, but then she like said it multiple times. It's like, all right, chill out a little bit. She's like, oh, dude, just be so cool to be a softball player. Oh, like, okay, that's great. So, but she embraced Belle's athletics to the fullest, right? Julia's athletic career has been up and down far more than I could ever know. But just between the injuries and the sickness, just constant sickness, even when I'm not here coaching, like she makes a huge impact, whether she's on the bench or on the court, does not matter. But athletically, Julia was named to the MIAA Athlete of the Week. She was voted twice to the College Sports Communicators Academic All-District for NCAA D3. Sorry, Lauren. 2 times. Sorry. But after graduation, she has already accepted a position to be Andrean High School coach to teach chemistry and be an assistant for the girls basketball team. But these two together have made my first year being a head coach really easy, honestly. I could have asked for a better duo, and with everything they've done, like it's not easy, but they made it fun, and I wish them the best, honestly. And again, thank you both for believing in the school program and myself as your coach.
Emma also has shown this team
team needs her to be. Emma can put her mind to anything and accomplish it, which in itself is such a gift. Because of that, I'm excited to watch Emma be successful in all areas of life. I have Valentina Rude. Val is a 2-year captain as well. She has such a force field and a warhorse. She is resilient, determined, and her competitiveness is contagious. She is the first to voice up and demand a standard of excellence within her team. She leads by example on the field with such grace and love. She demands excellence due to her passion and love, not only for the team, but for her, passion and love for not only the game, but for her teammates. Valentina is one that sharpens a culture that she's within, and because of that, I'm excited for her to join the workforce and thrive. The next I have Paige. Paige is a free-spirited love bug. but don't let that overshadow her ability to be resilient, her ability to overcome obstacles, to either see a field again or to be with her teammates. One thing Paige makes clear to everyone that she meets is how much she loves Bells Lacrosse. Her absolute pure heart for her teammates is something special to witness, and I'm for sure for them, it's something to experience. Paige fosters within building confidence and love within each player that walks onto this team. I'm excited for Paige to spread her charismatic, pure-hearted, resilient personality wherever she goes and whatever she does in her future. These 3 seniors are truly the heart of this team. They each have brought something different to unite this team and have led this team in all different categories. While it is heartbreaking that incoming freshman Bells Lax players will not experience their love, support, or leadership, these 3 seniors have left their legacy in each member of the Bells Lax team who will carry on for them. So thank you for all that you've done for Bells Lacrosse.
But my one standalone senior is Lex Roush. And Lex, if I can put it into any words, she's just been the best. I mean, sorry for the other coaches, but my senior's just the most outstanding senior a first-year coach myself could have ever asked for. If you took a look at our roster, took a look at our team, we have 21 standing softball players. 17 of them are underclassmen, 4 of them are upperclassmen, and we have 1 senior. And with my upperclassmen being our captains, I always talked about how our captains kind of came together to build one perfect captain. And if my senior here, Lex, she filled that role in the sense of being wise and being humble and really just being like that person to look up to for everybody. She's staying alone, she's brave, she's strong, and she's like a perfect reflection of what I want all my girls, all the 20 girls that are sitting in here right now to really look up to. But that's kind of like my momentum for you. But to continue on, Lex is from Cassopolis, Michigan, and is the daughter of Randall and Carrie Roush. Lex will be graduating from St. Mary's with a cumulative GPA of 3.6 and a degree in accounting. Soon after graduation, she is moving to the Windy City of Chicago as she accepted a position at Ernst & Young, where she will be jumpstarting her accounting career and pursuing her CPL license. Lex began her softball career at St. Mary's Softball as an effective outfielder, which helped transition into her role in the infield as our first baseman for her final year. Her stats speak for themselves. When asked about the level of impact she has had towards the success of our team, she has had over 120 game appearances, a career batting average of .301, and has broken the 100 hit milestone with 22 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs to add to it. To add to Lex's impressive softball career, I found that the teammate side spoke higher to the individual's character than statistics. In Lex's final year as one of our captains, I have come to know her as the best senior of first year with coach, like myself and Vasco, as I said earlier. Upon meeting Lex in person for the first time in August, I could tell she was a born leader and displayed it through her confidence and wisdom. In every sports team, it is normal for 1 or 2 out of a class to rise to the occasion and take on leadership roles. Lex, being the last senior standing, took on the challenges that come with standing tall and alone in her class, and has embraced her final season with us the way I would want every single future senior bell team, with class, with confidence, and with joy and love for softball every single athlete has when they first pick up a bat or when they first throw a ball. The team has only known me for a season, but I have a saying that I'm sure everyone is familiar with, leave it better than you found it. Although Lex's fellow teammates would know this phrase better when I tell them to clean up the dugout or when we leave the bus, because they know I'll chew them out if they don't. This saying, in its essence, really means to leave a positive footprint in your wake on your journey through life. Lex, in my short time of knowing you as my very first senior, I can say with all confidence that you have left me a better coach, you left your teammates better leaders, and you left St. Mary's Softball a walking example on how a true leader should conduct themselves. You conducted yourself with kindness, with true teamwork, and with the grace and wisdom only obtained through time. My only wish for you is that you continue to impact others the way you have impacted me, your teammates, and over there in this program, and that you spread to the world what it means to be about. Ladies and gentlemen, my senior, Lex Roush.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jill. I'm the Stunt coach here at St. Mary's. It's hard to believe that we've reached the end of the season and the end of a very special chapter for these 2 athletes. Today we celebrate the very first graduating seniors of the St. Mary College Stunt team, Lydia and Julie. We both started on what we call Team Zero, before we had mats to practice on, before we knew what routines we'd be learning, and before we even set goals to accomplish. When I think back to those first practices, I remember thinking, we've got a really long way to go, but if this is all we've got, we're not going to be too bad. But more than that, I remember your commitment. I had juniors reach out who wanted to be a part of Team 1, but you were the only 2 who followed through. You were the only ones who truly took a chance on this program, and for that we thank you guys. Lydia, you've been the definition of consistency and steady growth. In your first year, you played more rounds than anyone else on the team. This year, we competed with 12 routines, and you were the only person to play in all 12. You finished the season with a total of 205 rounds played out of the 207 who played, making you the highest ranked player of the year. But your stats only tell part of the story. I saw you before the season even started in the gym throwing cartwheel tucks and back handsprings, working to regain your skills you hadn't done since your senior year of high school. You never asked for shortcuts. You showed up every day with the same drive, the same smile, and the same positive energy. Whether it's 5 a.m. in South Bend or 10 p.m. in Oregon, you are you. And anyone who knows you knows exactly what that means. And that kind of reliability, that kind of character, that is something that's rare. You pushed our culture forward. When we decided to learn Partner Stunt 7 just 5 weeks before Nationals, it was your idea to practice 3 times a week. I said 1, she said 3, and that was amazing. On top of regular practices and everything else you had going on. You led not just with effort, but with heart. You're the kind of athlete every coach dreams of having. Lydia, you just get it. You bring energy, commitment, and joy every single day. You are a light and a force on this team, and because of you, we're better and we're stronger. And we have a standard now that you have helped set. Haley, your journey this year has been anything but easy. You faced adversity as an athlete and in your personal life. Halfway through the non-traditional season, you had an injury that took you out for the rest of the non-traditional season. When you came back, routines were set and groups were already assigned. With everything you faced this year, I've seen many athletes in your position choose to give up, even crash out. We've had too many of those moments this year. But throughout the season, you've embodied sportsmanship in more ways than one. You supported your teammates without hesitation. You never questioned a single decision your coaches made, and you were always the one cheering the loudest, whether on the mat or on the sides. And when your moment came to step into a routine, you executed it flawlessly. You were always willing to step into any position necessary, and you were always ready to help the team in any way that you could. You brought a quiet strength to our team. You worked hard to get your back walk over, stayed focused, and you stayed true to the goals we set. And more than anything, you showed up for us, for your teammates, and for this program. Your loyalty and your steadiness helped lay the foundation for who we are and who will continue to become. The way you supported this team and found a role for yourself will be a story I will tell for years to come. Lydia and Haley, you didn't just join a team, you built it. You're a part of something brand new, and because of your trust, your effort, and your belief, this program now has a future. You are the first to ever do it, and you made history here. I hope you leave knowing how proud we all are of you, and how grateful we all are to have had you two as our first seniors, and how much you've impacted this family. To the first ever seniors of SMC Stunt, thank you for everything. I'm first year, so I didn't know to include what they'd be doing after graduation, but after graduation, Lydia will be working as a nurse at the Cincinnati Children's Hospital. What's the title? I never.
Complex surgery and transplant unit.
Miss Haley will be continuing her master's. She'll be going down to Crown Point, Indiana, working as a child therapist. Did I say no?
Clinical children's therapist.
Clinical children's therapist. So, yes.
Hello everyone, I'm Dale Campbell, I'm the tennis coach. This is my daughter, Elaine Campbell. Thought it was going to be easy, but I feel a little more difficult this year. Elaine Campbell, a native of Granger, Indiana, will be graduating with a degree in nursing and a minor in biology. She has been an exceptional leader for our team as a 2-year captain and a 4-year member. She has made the Dean's List every semester, earned MIAA academic honor roll status, and Intercollegiate Tennis Association Scholar Athlete all of her years. Her and doubles partner Emma Keeley were also named to the Academic All-District Women's Tennis Team by the College Sports Communicators in 2024. She has been an MIAA and St. Mary's Athlete of the Week multiple times. In addition, she has been a rare 4-time All-MIAA Conference honoree. Just this week, she was additionally honored by the MIAA with the Karen Award, the top senior academic and athletic achievement award in our sport. Why would I get emotional on that? She is only the second honoree here at St. Mary's. for that award. Elena has impacted the team as well, with our last 3 seasons being our best ever 3-year stretch with a record of 50-14. Going 1 season undefeated in non-conference play, and this year achieved our first national ranking. In addition to the tennis team, Elena has been a member of SAC and a resident hall advisor in Le Mans. She has worked many jobs, along with being employed in the neonatal ICU at St. Joe Hospital over the summer. She has worked over 300 clinical hours serving the community in hospitals, memory care facilities, and schools, my wife's school. The demands of being a nursing major and an athlete cannot be overstated. Over her career, Elena has played over 198 matches for the Bells, never missing a match, and has won 118 matches for the Bells. She recently surpassed the highest win total of 109 from any player in my tenure, and may have the all-time win total. We're going to go way back into archives for that. She earned 2 key victories at #1 doubles and #1 singles last year versus Calvin for the Bells semifinal win to go to the conference championships. She had 2 more key victories this season against Calvin to secure a spot in the conference tournament. She received an all-region mention with her doubles partner last year and has had an incredible record in doubles this year. I've told her and partner, in McKeely, that they're the best doubles team that I've ever coached. Probably in more ways than one. Elena has played all of her matches at the #1 doubles position and #1 and 2 singles positions against the toughest opponents. Resilience is one of Elena's favorite words, and she has grown in that aspect with the challenging matches. She had ailments for many matches, but just kept competing. In tennis, the greatest players only win 55% of their points. So the bounce back ability to be ready for the next point is extremely important. We expect adversity and practice how we will overcome it. The challenge is to overcome it better than our opponent, or to overcome the elements that are presented. There will be challenges and adversity with her nursing profession as well. But she will be resilient and is prepared to be an excellent nurse. All of us are looking forward to Elena's next chapter. Elena Campbell is the daughter of Dale and Christy Campbell. After graduation, Elena will be employed by Beacon Children's Hospital in the neonatal ICU unit in South Bend, and then hopes to move south to be close to her siblings. Elena, you have been one of the most impactful student athletes that our program could ever have, and we thank you for all of your contributions.
Well, you heard how absolutely amazing the senior class is, and coaches, you did a wonderful job of sharing with everybody the funny stories and just giving us an insight into your team, so thank you for doing that. So the second half of our program, we have some very special awards that we always give out, and these are the awards for just extraordinary contribution to the athletic department in terms of leadership, dedication, academic excellence, and athletic achievement. So we are going to get moving on those, and to start us off, I'm going to invite Kara Vister, our lacrosse coach, to present the Competitive Spirit Award.
All right, Competitive and commitment to teammates. Injuries, especially season-ending injuries, often kill the competitive drive, even in the best student athletes. But to be presented season-ending injuries twice in the same student athlete is often resulted in completion of an athletic career, unless your name is Valentina Rubio. Mark Twain once said, "It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog." Val has demonstrated that she has more fight in her than the average athlete by continuing to come back smarter, faster, stronger through each obstacle. Our first glimpse of Val's competitive spirit at work was shared with us at our fall Why We Play event. At Why We Play, our presenters share a story of their journey through sport. We learned from Val that her lacrosse journey started her freshman year in high school when she joined the team with little to no knowledge of the sport. We also learned just a few games into the first season, she suffered a season-ending injury by fully tearing her ACL meniscus and lateral meniscus, an injury not easy to come back from. Well, this was not a very welcoming introduction to the sport. There was something about this sport that really ignited a passion in her. And to her surprise, and her high school coaches as well, that was enough fuel for her to return to the game she barely knew. To her own surprise, she continued to play a sport that grew to love in high school and all the way through college. To see competitive spirit in action, one only needs to attend a St. Mary's lacrosse game and watch Val play. Returning from a second surgery leading into her senior season, she is the one with the knee brace. She is the one that when there's an injury on the field and players are instructed to take a knee out of respect, Val straddles to show respect. But when the ball is back in play, nothing holds her back. She is an offensive threat. It doesn't matter how many obstacles block her path. Val's speed and agility, she finds a new route to goal to score a goal. At senior day, after just recently being released for full play from surgery, Val scored a career high of 6 goals. On another end of the field, she is just as much of a threat and an amazing defender. She has caused 121 turnovers and has claimed over 200 ground balls. Val plays the entire field and she plays it well. In her career, she has been both first team and second team all MIAA honoree. She is a recognized force within our league. But Val is so much more than her stats and her awards. When she is not on the field, her presence is still felt, or should I say heard. No one can ever accuse a Val of being a quiet guy unless her team. She makes others better through her inspirational fight, her work ethic, and her leadership. She demonstrates a grit and determination to compete. Our personalization of this award. A native of Wayland, Michigan, Valentina is the daughter of Esther and Juan Rubio. She will graduate with a degree in psychology with minors of business administration and fashion and costume design. We are proud to present the 2025 Competitive Spirit Award to Valentina Rubio.
Perseverance Award. Oh, alright. Commend to the student athlete who has continued to show unwavering resilience and determination in response to adversity. So many lessons are learned through sport because it is through sport that the athletes are afforded to the opportunity to experience adversity. As an athlete facing adversity, you have two choices: give up or get up. Julia chose to get up. Getting up is not that easy, especially when year after year something sets you back. Julia's four-year career, she has missed the equivalent of nearly a full season of basketball due to injury or illness. Like I said earlier, a lot of illness. sideline so many times it is difficult to stay connected and even more difficult to find your fit. You have to try that much harder to make it back on the floor, that much harder to find your role. You need to be a grinder. In sports, grinding describes a process that encompasses a person's resolve to push through injury, illness, or whatever the obstacle. Athletes who grind keep their heads up and use competitive spirit as a fuel to push through. They are resolved to persevere and find a way to get back on the floor with their team. They care about contributing and competing because they are also driven by their love for the team. While sidelined, they still find a way to bring energy to their team to keep them pumped up. They're there for their teammates to lift when down and celebrate them when they are to keep up the momentum in our favor. They are competitors. Julia personifies the term and is the heart and soul of this basketball. There's to add on to that, there's not enough words to describe for Julia, who would consistently just come back after injury, wake up at 7 a.m., I get a text, let's go shoot. Like that's just continually coming back. In her athletic career as a Bell, this two-time team captain has nearly scored 1,000 points. Julia has played in 79 games, averaged 12.3 points per game. She has 554 total rebounds and 107 assists. She scored a career high this year against Lake Forest with 32 and 17. That game playing the second half that Matt and I decided was, Julia, go post up, and we're going to just keep entering the ball until they decide to do something. So, but Julia has been named St. Mary's College Athlete of the Week 7 times over the past 4 years. Julia has balanced her athletic success with strong academic success. She's accumulated a 3.9 earned Dean's List honors 7 consecutive semesters. At the end of this year, she will earn the MIAA honor roll all 4 years. She has been named twice to the College Sports Communicator Academic All-District Team. A native of Dyer, Indiana, Julia is the daughter of Tim and Kathleen Schutz. She will graduate with a Bachelor's of Science in Chemistry. We are proud to present the 2025 Perseverance Award to Julia Schutz.
I didn't write these, by the way, so we'll test my English really well. I'm here to present the Impact Award. This award is presented to a senior athlete who elevates the intensity and focus of a game beyond what statistic can measure. The Bell Soccer program has gone through its share of ups and downs over the past decade. With the most recent coaching change, the core group of athletes were brought into the new direction of the program and motivated to get in it on a winning track. However, the program still needed the right kind of player to show up, a lasting impact to be realized. Players, but we also entered Grace Baresi. Grace started her collegiate career playing soccer at Kent State, and I'll repeat her accolade again because it's worth repeating. Even as a first year at Kent State, she not only played every single game, but started every single game in the enough to keep her there. She wanted to be a little closer to home, friends, and as well as find a program with a good team culture. She started exploring her options, and as I said, made her best decision of her life yet, and she found St. Mary's College. Grace's media arrival to St. Mary's amidst a team leadership change provided to be a combination redirect the trajectory of our soccer program. She made an immediate impact both on and off the field. She was a fit. It's not easy to transfer. There's a lot to figure out, academically, socially, and athletically. Grace blended it so naturally with the school and her teammates that you would never know that she transferred. Friendship formed, and she jumped right into pursuing her degree in biology with a focus on pre-physician assistance pathway. It was exciting to imagine that the fall season would look like for Grace and the team. The new coach was in place, new philosophy, additional new and talented player were joining the squad. The belts were ready, as well as was assembled the position determined. Grace's position was assigned. It was the soccer field. Cover the whole thing. All right? And she did, actually. Very fit player. She did. From the second she stepped onto the Bells pitch, she started every game. She started impact defensively and offensively. They cover a lot of ground. So you have to do both defense and offense, and it's a big soccer field. That's a lot of running. They're charged with controlling the tempo of the game and creating scoring opportunities for their team. They need to take care of charge and lead. They need to be as fit as it is the midfielders that often travel the greatest responsibility for fitness, and never fail to come in prepared for the job. Nice to meet you. She's an intense competitor, very competitive, by the way, and raised level of the play very high. She demands a lot of herself and plays to win, despite if it's a game or it's practice. With Grace's style of change, the style of play of Bell's soccer. It was more intense, very intense actually, and more competitive. This in turn drew the more competitive players, the bar being lifted. The program started changing. Grace Brez's impact on the change cannot be cannot be, we don't need a version. No, underestimated. Alright, I'll email you later if you read it. The moral play illustrated Grace's impact came through her goal against KZU College in this past season. It was the first time we scored against KZU in over a decade. In 10 years since last time we not just won, but scored against them. Last time was 2014. We didn't just score, we beat them. And that was for even longer time. And Grace Bridges scored the first goal and the only goal, so game-winning goal there, which made us to qualify for the playoffs, in case we didn't. This past season, Grace also led team to the postseason competition, our first appearance to the conference since 2008. And despite suffering an ACL tear towards the end of the season, she was still recognized by the league and earned All-MIA team. With her injury, she did not get to compete in the last game that she strived so hard to get into. But the senior captain was right there with the team and then leading and cheering from the sidelines. A native of South Elgin, Illinois, Grace is the daughter of Jay and Christine Berezi. She will be graduating with Bachelor of Science in Biology. We're proud to present the 2025 Impact Award to Grace Berezi.
They must shoulder a lot of weight to withstand the test of time. As the building takes shape and grows upward, it often goes unseen, but the foundation cannot be forgotten, for it is in good foundations that great buildings emerge. Sports programs, like buildings, need strong foundations. This is especially true for first-year programs. You need the right people in the right places, and at this
critical time in the building of our stunt program, we needed Lydia Alexander. Lydia is a key building block in the stunt team's foundation. She leads by example. She leads by example. She is the rock of consistency who is quick to welcome her teammates, no matter the time of day or situation at hand. She has a smile that radiates passion and unwavering positive energy. Her leadership has served as a base to build this program upon. Her examples and interactions have personified the team's core values, S, D, I, P, and F. Lydia is a senior captain on the stunt team. Her last year as a St. Mary's student was her first opportunity to be a Bell's varsity student athlete. As a senior nursing major, others would say the time commitment and energy are not worth it, but not Lydia. If she did not like 6 a.m. practices, no one would know it. She showed up ready to learn new routines, hone her skills, and then head to clinicals. At practice, she gave it her all and practiced like she had years left rather than weeks. She improved her performance so her team could improve theirs. The dedication and leadership that Lydia has brought to the program has led this young team all the way to a Stunt National Tournament appearance in our first year. It has been Lydia's leadership and example that has cemented our foundation into a solid base. She is the glue of this team. She is the one that unifies us. She is the one to call the impromptu meeting on the bus to make a case for why we should stop to get ice cream. Lydia has put in the time to build the sisterhood with her teammates and coaches. They know how much she cares about them. We know how much she cares about us. In stunt especially, one cannot overlook the importance of sisterhood. Teammates must trust one another and know they can depend on each other as they are literally supporting and catching each other from great heights. Solid, caring relationships are critical in building blocks to this structure. Stunt is an emerging sport status for the NCAA. Lydia had given our team a jump start in demonstrating what an NCAA Division III student athlete looks like as a model for those to come and follow. She has shown that full immersion in their college experience is possible. Lydia is committed to her faith and is a member of Friends with Sisters. She has been active for 4 years with Dance Marathon, helping raise thousands of dollars for Riley's Children's Hospital. She has also served in a leadership capacity with Dance Marathon, serving as the Vice President of Communications. And somehow, as a nursing major, she fit in a semester studying abroad in Spain. Athletically, Lydia has excelled. She leads routines played and is our highest ranked player on the team. The impact Lydia has made throughout her career is exceptional. In just one short year with the program, her accomplishments cannot be overlooked. As great foundations do, Lydia has made strong connections and laid solid anchors that will enable the program to grow into great heights. Lydia is a native of Dayton, Ohio, and is the daughter of Ed and Laura Alexander. She will graduate with a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, and we are proud to present the 2025 Leadership Award to Lydia Alexander.
Service Award, presented to the senior athlete who demonstrates extraordinary service to St. Mary's College and the local communities. St. Mary's College Athletic Hall of Fame inductee, Mary Fran Schaff Nicholson, graduated in 1940, well before women had even close to the competitive opportunities that we enjoy today. As a student, she was a recipient of the Helen Holland Ball Trophy for athletic ability and character. After graduation, she remained dedicated to the St. Mary's community as she served as a faithful class reporter for over 60 years and was a member of the alumni board. In 1991, President William Hickey awarded her the prestigious President's Medal for her outstanding community service and contributions to St. Mary's. Much like Mary Fran, senior golfer Georgie Kurzman has demonstrated a deep Georgie has been a very involved student athlete. She has competed for 4 years in the golf team, 2-time team captain. In fact, much of Georgie's service has been worked through her leadership. Since her sophomore year, she has been a representative on our Student Athlete Advisory Committee. She started as a golf team representative her first year. The next year she was voted in as a vice president, and then this past year served as our president. The St. Mary's SAC is not only an advisory council, but they also have oversight on team and service events. Georgie and her teammates have volunteered at the food bank of Northern Indiana for the past 3 years to package meals for children in the community. She has also volunteered and through her SAC leadership roles helped to organize our National Girls and Women's in Sports Day for the past 4 years, in which we offer free clinics for girls ages 6 to 12 years old. It's difficult to do justice to Georgie's involvement around service in this one-page citation, as the volunteer and community engagement section of the resume, combined with the leadership and involvement portions, span nearly 2 pages. I will take a moment to mention a few of her service and leadership opportunities that she has been involved in over the last 4 years. She served as a volunteer tutor at Lacrosse de Amistad in South Bend during the spring semester of 2023. She's been a volunteer for the Early Childhood and Development Center on campus during the fall semester of 2024. Since the fall of 2023 to present, she has served on the Donor Challenge Student Committee. This introduces the importance of philanthropy to our students and engages class participation in St. Mary's Donor Challenge. Georgie has served on the Student Government Association, known as SGA, from 2023 to 2024. She represented athletics as the athletic committee chair. And finally, she has served as co-chair since last fall on the Sustainability and Food Services Committee at the college. It's hard to fathom how Georgie has balanced all of this because she is also a student studying neurobiology. Georgie has excelled in the classroom with a cumulative GPA of 3.87. She has earned Dean's List honors each semester, MIAA academic honors each year, and is also a member of the Tri Beta Honor Society. We are also very proud to share that Georgie is the recipient of the Dr. Todd Graham Research Fellowship at South Bend Orthopedics. This fellowship opportunity next year will afford her great experience to prepare her for her next step, which is to attend medical school. Georgie is that person who shows up and gets the job done. She fits more in a day than many fit in a week. If Georgie is ever having a bad day, no one would ever know it. Where Georgie is, laughter follows. Her great stories shared with her teammates are always told through laughter. She is an absolute joy to be around. With Georgie's care, compassion, and perpetual positivity, her future patients are sure to thrive. A native of Muskegon, Michigan, Georgie is the daughter of Park and Casey Kurzman. She will graduate with a Bachelor's of Science degree in neuroscience with concentration in neurobiology. We are proud to present the 2025 Mary Fran Mickelson Service Award to Georgie Kurzman.
Spirit Award is presented to the person who best exemplifies the winning spirit of St. Mary's athletic programs. In 2008, the Bells Varsity Club Award was renamed the Don Miller Bell Spirit Award in his honor as a longtime math professor and assistant softball coach for the Bells. His life was taken way too early by pancreatic cancer, but his legacy lives on through the many lives he touched, both in the classroom and on the softball field. Coach Miller displayed true dedication and passion for St. Mary's College and her Bells. This award is presented each year to the senior student athlete who best exemplifies the winning spirit of the athletic program. Chances are, if you have been new to St. Mary's athletics community in the last 4 years, you would have been greeted by Emma Smidzinski. Lacrosse recruits, new athletic staff members, recruits from other teams, first-year lacrosse players at move-in, anyone needing help at move-in. Emma is our version of a welcome wagon, and because we had so many new coaches and new staff this year, I will say that for the staff as well. She exudes Bell's spirit because she loves St. Mary's. She is our walking, talking marketing tool. Emma is a goalie on our lacrosse team. Emma's winning spirit shines through in her dedication to improve her own game. In her freshman year, she played in 9 games and started 0. These past 3 years, things changed. She has been our starting goalie ever since and is finishing her career with a save percentage of 44.1%. She also has 398 saves in basically a 3-year period. She has an outstanding work ethic. Her focus and determination are key traits to her success in goal. Goalies come in all shapes and sizes. Some fill the goal, leaving little open space. Not Emma. She has to cover more open space, so she relies heavily on her fearless attitude and great reflexes. This is best illustrated in her game against Indiana Tech earlier this season, when she earned her career high of 17 saves and went on to be named the MIAA Lacrosse Specialist of the Week. This honor was well awarded for her outstanding performance against this top 10 nationally ranked NAIA team. It was beautiful to witness a team not used to those type of saves in the cage to have shot after shot denied by Emma. Playing goalie can be a pretty lonely position. It is nice when it's lonely because that means that your teammates are on attack about 110 yards away from you, but distance does not keep Emma's presence from being felt. Our lacrosse team is known for being loud. Very loud, if you haven't noticed today. Well, Emma is part of the reason for that too. One can hear her in goal at the other end of the field, cheering on and talking to her teammates as she remains connected and in the game. She is always on the ready for the game to turn in her direction. When things do not go our way and the ball finds its way into goal, Emma is a class act. She always goes above and beyond to actually retrieve the ball and hand it directly to the officials rather than just tossing it in their general direction as many goalies do. Emma is the embodiment of our culture and values. She develops the sisterhood through her example and action. She is the first to volunteer or to support someone in need. You need your hair braided? See Emma. She is an organizer, a planner, a relationship builder. She makes sure to support all of her bells through whatever their need. She is a strong advocate for student-athlete mental health. Emma serves as the St. Mary's co-president of Morgan's Message and is also a Morgan's Message campus ambassador. Her charge is to offer resources to empower, support, and expand the dialogue on mental health by normalizing the conversations around mental health for student athletes. Emma is a light and a positive presence not only on our lacrosse team, but to our department and the college in general. A native of Granger, Indiana, Emma is the daughter of Adam and Laura Smidzinski. She will graduate with a Bachelor of Arts as a studio art major with a concentration in painting and a minor in business administration. We are proud to present the 2025 Don Miller Bell Spirit Award to Emma Smidzinski.
Presented for outstanding academic and athletic achievement. Shocker. Mary Ellen Smith served as our Dean of Students from 1986 to 1992. She was a dedicated leader, educator, and avid supporter of all students during her tenure at St. Mary's. She was especially supportive of the athletic department and all student athletes. Every student athlete knew Mary Ellen. She was at our home games, our award banquets, our fundraisers. She even drove teams to away contests. Through Mary Ellen's leadership and commitment to improving our athletic experience, she advocated for and oversaw the transition to our move from NAIA to NCAA Division III. Mary Ellen passed away suddenly on June 1st, 2015. To ensure that her contributions to St. Mary's College athletics will not be forgotten, we have renamed our Academic and Athletic Achievement Award in her honor. Mary Ellen loved the ideals of NCAA Division III. She knew this was the best fit for our St. Mary's women, as it kept the college experience well-rounded without compromising our student athletes' academic goals. Our women can compete at the highest level of sport and pursue any major they desire. They can further enrich their college experience through internships, study abroad opportunities, and involvement in college life. Mary Ellen would have been as proud as we are of senior golfer Caitlin Tokars. For her academic and athletic achievement. Caitlin has had an outstanding golf career here at St. Mary's. The two-time captain is a three-time All-MIAA second-team honoree. She finished the conference season this past fall with scores placing her in the top 10 three times, including a win at the 4th Jamboree after carding a career low 72. In the 4-year span with the program, she and her teammates have won the MIAA Women's Golf Tournament 3 out of the 4 years. The tournament winner earns these automatic qualify for the national tournament. So this translates into 3 trips in the last 4 years for our Bells Golf program to compete at the highest level, the NCAA Division III National Championship. The trend of excellence continues for Caitlin throughout her academic career. Caitlin is in the dual degree engineering program with Notre Dame. In her Notre Dame engineering courses, she is carrying a remarkable 3.7. As she is in the home stretch for her St. Mary's Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, she has earned a cumulative GPA of 3.89. With those stellar grades, she has been on Dean's List for the past 7 semesters. At the end of this year, she will be a 4-time All-MIAA academic honoree. Since the spring of 2023, Caitlin has served as the president of St. Mary's chapter of Pi Mu Epsilon, which is the National Mathematics Honor Society. She was named the Women's Golf Coaches Association All-American Scholar for the past 3 years, and at the completion of this year, we are expecting her to be a 4-time honoree. To earn this honor, a student athlete must maintain at least a 3.5 cumulative GPA for the entirety of their college career, and they must have played in 50% of the college regularly scheduled competitive rounds during the year in which they are nominated. Caitlin has met these criteria all 4 years. Over her career with the Bells, Caitlin has helped her team to earn several WGCA All-Scholar Team GPA awards. Her freshman year, the team boasted a 9th best GPA in NCAA Division III Women's Golf with a 3.720. This was the first time the team broke into the top 10 in the nation. Last year, they blew that out of the water. Their cumulative team GPA was a 3.807, which put the squad 3rd overall in NCAA women's golf. It will be exciting to see how our golfers finish this year. What an outstanding example to all of our Bells on achievement in sport and excellence in the classroom. A native of Northville, Michigan, Caitlin is the daughter of Greg and Karen Tokars. She will graduate with a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and will finish up the dual engineering degree next year at Notre Dame with a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, with concentrations, did I have this right? Semiconductors, nanotechnology, and bioengineering. We are proud to present the 2025 Mary Ellen Smith Academic and Athletic Achievement Award to Caitlin Tokars.
Coach Wood was an outstanding former basketball coach who finished out his career at St. Mary's College. His commitment, passion, and love for his athletes through the years inspired the nationally acclaimed movie Hoosiers, which highlighted the Cinderella basketball success story early in his coaching career. For a student to earn the Marvin Wood Outstanding Senior Athlete Award, they need to come in strong and sustain strong throughout their athletic career. This is not easy when one considers all that freshman college students are working through in their first year. They are adjusting to community living and residence life. They are making new friends. They have a more difficult course load and need to take on more personal responsibility than they were used to in high school. In athletics, they are adjusting to a higher level of training and competition, and this year's Marvin Wood honoree had one additional and, unique adjustment to make. On top of all this, she had to adjust to having her dad as her college coach. Elena Campbell did it all with grace. I'm gonna keep this moving along. Elena started her athletic career at St. Mary's as the sole first-year student athlete on the tennis roster. In no time, she earned the respect of her team. They witnessed her strong work ethic and dedication to training. She was quickly recognized as a great teammate and incredibly talented tennis player. And in more ways than one, she made an immediate impact on the program. At the end of that first season, sorry, I looked at my wife for a moment. At the end of that first season, she was voted the most valuable player by her fellow Bells and earned all MIAA second team honors. This was just the start of great things to come. Elena would continue to earn all MIAA honors each of her 4 years with the tennis program. This is no small feat when one considers that she accomplished this by playing her entire career at the number one doubles position and the number 1 and number 2 singles positions. Remarkably, she has played in 198 consecutive matches, never missing even a single match in her career. Elena's 118 total wins show a level of success that our program has not seen in 18 years. Her impact on our tennis program cannot be understated. Elena's 4 years at St. Mary's coincide with the 4 most successful years that our tennis program has strung together since the early 2000s. Her freshman year, the Bells finished 4th in the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association, which includes nationally ranked powerhouse programs. From then on, they have never finished less than 3rd in the league. Her sophomore year, Elena and her fellow Bells were the only team in tennis history to go undefeated in non-conference play. Her junior year, they entered the MIAA tournament as the 3rd seed. At the semifinal match of that tournament, they defeated 2nd seed Calvin University to advance to the finals. And this, her senior year, was the first time in collective memory that our tennis program earned a national ranking. Elena has been a role model for her teammates. On and off the court. She's a 2-time captain and has served as the tennis representative on our student athlete advisory committee. Hard one to say. This nursing major has earned Dean's List honors each of the past 7 semesters. To date, she has been a 3-year ITA All-Scholar athlete, a 2-time CSC Academic All-District student athlete, and will be a 4-year MIAA Academic Honor Roll honoree. This past week, she received the prestigious MIAA Karen Kane Award. The Karen Kane Award is presented to the senior tennis player who has excelled both on the court and in the classroom. A native of Granger, Indiana, Elena is the daughter of Dale and Christy Campbell. She will graduate with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree with a minor in biology. This summer, Elena will begin working as a nurse in the neonatal ICU unit at Beacon Children's Hospital. We are proud to present the 2025 Marvin Wood Outstanding Senior Student Athlete Award to Elena Campbell.
never forget your athletic family. Come back often. We do things, you know our schedule, you know where to find it, but it's again, you're once a bell, always a bell, so make sure that you come back to see us, stay in touch, get a hold of Kara O'Leary to connect with your alumni group. I would like to invite Vice President Lori Johnson. She's the Division of Student Enrollment and Engagement, and this is the division that athletics reports to, and Lori is going to offer the benediction. As she's coming up, I want all the seniors to also come up because we're going to give you your blessing. So please come forward.
As they come forward, I just want to extend my congratulations to all of our seniors and to all of our teams and coaches. It's just been an outstanding year. I say this every year when I get up here. I just love watching you compete. And for those of you graduated, I'm really excited to see what you do next. So this is a final blessing for all of you. Okay. Benediction, I love to give it every year because, as I understand it, Sister Luisita Welsh wrote this, and there couldn't have been, a lot of the sisters have loved athletics, but Sister Luisita, I remember her sister Lou, could always be found on the sidelines, cheering you on the benches sometimes, just a real fan, and she wrote this blessing many years ago, and we love to extend it to all of you every year. Faithful God, as our seniors graduate, may they take with them the best of all they have learned these past 4 years. As they move on to greater challenges, wherever they may travel, may they remember and continue to foster the friendships they have made here. As they leave St. Mary's, may they be blessed with the faith and courage to trust you in good times and in bad. As they join the alumni around the world, may they always aspire to be a St. Mary's woman who will make a difference wherever life takes them. And finally, may the blessing of God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be with you and remain with you forever. Amen. Amen.
We're going to have you stay here, and Taylor is going to get us coordinated because we're going to do a group picture. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that we'll post the picture on the website, and if you go to the honors page of the website, all of the citations will be there as well. So, congratulations, and you guys, thank you very much.